Hey guys, this is Louis back with another video, and today we're going to talk about, can you actually get a job with just the A plus certification? I know many of you guys are out here trying to break into IT and you want to know what is the proper certification to get, and also if you get this certification, can you actually break into IT with no experience? And from my perspective, the answer is yes. If you get your A plus certification, you can get an IT job. Now, the IT job would probably be an IT support specialist role, help desk role, desktop support role, but it is going to be an IT job. At least you will be able to break into the IT role and actually get some hands-on experience in the field working for a company. Now, when you get your A plus certification, I do recommend to get like your Network Plus or a network certification, and I recommend doing hands-on labs for sure. And I recommend just getting old laptops and messing around with them and stuff like that to see if you able to, just practice that hands-on skill, because from my experience, what you learn in school is just the fundamentals, it's just the basics, or I want to say the default the default settings of an IT support specialist or a help desk professional, right? So I would say for sure that you can get a job, but don't limit it to just getting the A plus certification. If you want to keep moving up and moving from tier 1 to tier 2 to tier 3, and then eventually moving on to a different role or whatever the case may be, I will say practice, practice, practice is going to be the key. I know people who do not even have a certification, and I've heard about people as well that don't have a I know people that don't have the A plus certification that already broke into IT, right? Now, maybe back in the days, it was a lot easier to break into these fields without no IT certifications or degrees or and all that stuff. But because it's getting more competitive, you're gonna have to show why. Why should they choose you over this next guy that's trying to get this job, right? There's a lot of people out here trying to break into tech in general. So remember that in these times right now, it's going to count. The degrees, the certifications, and the projects that you do are going to count more than ever before, because you're in so much competition right now to break into the field. But I 100% will tell you, if you tell me right now that you have your A plus certification, I would tell you, listen, go ahead, start filling out applications, start trying to get these jobs. Because for me, for my job, I had a couple certifications, but some of the answers to the interview questions they asked me, I was able to answer them because I have my A plus certification and because of my Network Plus certification. So none of the other certifications really helped me when it came to breaking into IT in the interview perspective, because the questions that it was asking was things that I learned on the A plus and stuff like that. No matter what certification you get, always remember that when you get to the job, they're going to have different things that they do. The certifications and schooling is more of like basics, fundamentals, the default that you need to know to get into these roles and understand these roles and even be able to have a conversation with a person in that type of field. But when you get to the job and you're working, a lot of the things are going to be different. So this person might do things different from this person. This company might do different from this next company. So, and then they're going to have proprietary softwares and stuff like that that you never seen before, that there's not any schooling for, that you have to learn on the job. So majority of IT or tech jobs, Once you get in the door, you're going to be able to apply the things you learn, but then there's things that you're going to only be able to learn on the job. So that's why, as long as you cover your bases and you do what you got to do, like I said, even if you could get a job with just the A plus, once you get the A plus, you start to apply for jobs. I want you to start working on creating labs and making your own home lab and stuff like that, because if you're playing around with Active Directory and these different things, and you're doing it in labs, hands-on, creating users and these different things, all of these things could get put on your resume as hands-on experience, as projects that you did. You actually did it. You actually had, even if it wasn't for a company, 9 times out of 10, if you're doing it the way how it's supposed to be done, it's going to be the same way. The only difference is that you're doing it for a company. They're going to have different policies that they want to be pushed, these different things. But in general, after you get your A plus, you can start putting in your resume. Make sure you build you a home lab and stuff like that. And of course, don't stop learning from there. Do not stop learning. Okay? But the main point of this video is just to answer that question. Can you get a job with just the A plus certification, the CompTIA A plus certification? And the answer is 100% yes. Thank you guys for locking in with me on this video. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and I'll keep the videos coming for you guys. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.